something is very important to you, you'll be willing to give it all it takes for you to get it. You'll be willing to pay the price, to go the extra miles, to stay up late at night or wake up earlier than others just to make sure you get it. What if I told you that your life can completely change in 6 months if you are willing to sacrifice those things holding you back and go for that your dream that you are beginning to forget? Maybe your dream is to lose some pounds and stay fit, or to become more financially stable and more successful. Whatever it is, the level at which you make the sacrifices will determine your success at it, and you can do that in just 6 months. You can start by sacrificing your comfort. The comfort zone is a killer of dreams. I've read of an illustration somewhere about a frog. The illustration says that when you put a frog in a hot boiling water, that frog will jump out from that hot water. But when you carry that same frog and put it in a cold water in a pot, and then place that pot on fire and slowly and gradually heat that pot up to the extent that the pot starts boiling, you notice that that frog that was put in that cold water that was placed on fire will not jump out immediately. As the water is gradually becoming warm and hot, the frog will keep adjusting to the temperature of the water until that frog is cooked to death. Now, from that illustration, you will agree with me that what killed that frog was not the hot water. No, that was not what killed that frog. What killed that frog was the frog's comfort zone. The frog was so comfortable in that water that even when the temperature started changing and the water started getting warmer and warmer and eventually started getting hotter and hotter, the frog refused to jump out until it eventually died. This is exactly what comfort zone does to us if we refuse to reject it and jump out. Staying in your comfort zone is something like this. You know that you are gradually becoming fat and overweight, you are gradually adding weight, and you are very aware that adding weight or being obese or overweight is not good for the health. But every morning when you wake up, instead of jumping out from your bed and going for that walk or for that exercise, you decide to relax on your bed and sleep further, because just like we know, jumping out of bed in the morning to go for an exercise or to go for a workout feels very uncomfortable. But staying in bed is very comfortable. Now, if you keep enjoying the comfort zone of staying in bed and refusing to get up every morning to go for an exercise or for a workout, there will be repercussions. But if you are willing to sacrifice your comfort zone and get up every morning, jump out of your bed, go for that exercise, go for that workout, in the next 6 months, you fall in love with yourself, you fall in love with your body, you fall in love with your shape, your decisions, you'll be happy with yourself. Especially if you are disciplined enough to be consistent at it for the next 6 months. With your consistency, you'll be happy with the results. Someone actually said that if we refuse to get out of our comfort zone, that our comfort zone can become our kill zone, just like what happened to that frog in that illustration. I actually just used weight loss as an example, but the same applies to other aspects of our life. If we want to become very successful and very wealthy, staying in our comfort zone cannot get us there. If we really want to see changes in our lives, we must refuse to stay in our comfort zone. We must sacrifice comfort zone, and we must hate comfort zone. Just do the experiment for the next 6 months. Refuse to be comfortable with whatever you want to see changes with in the next 6 months, and the results will shock you. The second thing is that you must also be willing to sacrifice instant gratification for the next 6 months. Focus more on delayed gratification. And you know what delayed gratification means? Delayed gratification is when you sacrifice short-term pleasures for long-term happiness. That is delayed gratification. And whenever we choose instant gratification over delayed gratification, we are actually postponing our success. Instant gratification is you spending that money that you've promised yourself that you are not going to touch for a particular amount of time until you get a particular amount for you to do a particular project or a particular thing. But because you are not disciplined enough to see that through, you see yourself touching that money and spending that money on one thing or the other even before the time you've promised yourself comes for you to spend the money. So for you to sacrifice your instant gratification, tell yourself that for the next 6 months that you are not going to do anything on impulse. Make that decision, make that sacrifice, and then come and thank me in the next 6 months. The next thing to sacrifice is your fun time and your social life. This one sounds a bit more difficult, but you are doing it for only 6 months, for the next 6 months. Tell yourself for the next 6 months, no social media, no hanging out with friends, no video games, and so on and so forth. These things take up our times, and we can use those times for more productive things, to work more on our dreams. So tell yourself that for the next 6 months, you are going to see anything that has to do with fun as distraction, and then focus your time on doing more meaningful things. When you are tired, of course, you can take a break, take some rest, and then come back and continue. And whatever it is that you have chosen, give it your full attention and watch your life transform in the next 6 months. The next thing to sacrifice is negative habits. Those habits that we know that we have, that are like weapons fashioned against us or against our progress. We have to be willing to sacrifice them for the next 6 months. Habits like oversleeping, watching TV all through the day and all through the night, smoking, drinking alcohol, procrastination, laziness, etc. Any bad habit that we can think of, can we sacrifice them for the next 6 months and see how our lives will turn out? I bet you your life will not be the same if you can just sacrifice them for the next 6 months and see if you will not become healthier, more beautiful, and more successful. Give this video a like if you like it, subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notification so you stay updated on my latest videos, and check my description box for other videos that you may like, that you may enjoy, that you may find more helpful. Thank you for watching. I love you guys so much, and see you in my next video. Bye.